Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome to the Olde Porch Rocker podcast. I am K. Michael Gibson, your host. Uh, in the future, joining me will be my partner Brian. Unfortunately, due to unforeseen events, he was unable to attend our first filming here. But as they say, the show must go on, and so I'm here to do that for you. So, what is the show anyway? Um, it's pretty simple. We are digging through pretty much the detritus of the internet, trying to find new, interesting and obscure music that you wouldn't catch on the top 20. Um, I've always kind of been the guy who kind of dug through the underground scene to try and find new stuff. Just not that I didn't find any mainstream music appealing. It's just it tended to get overplayed, and I like variety. So yeah, sue me. But So yeah, this first group we're going to be presenting goes in line with the holiday that we are celebrating today. So happy Halloween, everybody! I hope you got all your tricks or treats or whatever it is that you do. And I've got some actually I've got some candy and stuff over here and apple cider. We decided for the goth band that we were going to present this evening. Um, it was inspired to do a kind of a mulled apple cider. Originally, we were going to do a hard cider as well, but I don't drink alcohol. My partners do. So in the future, we'll probably be presenting recipes of either drinks that we concoct for the shows that have been inspired by these bands. Um, and we'll move on from there. But so the first band that we're going to be presenting. Um, is a band called Valentine Wolfe, and they have a very unique sound. They're a heavy metal band um, that use a an interesting instrument as one of their features, and I believe it is a five-string double bass. Initially, I thought it was a cello because it can be a dumbass sometimes, but no, it's a double bass. Um, but we'll get into that in a minute. First, before we get started, as I mentioned, we made some mulled apple cider, and I'm gonna get some of that and some donuts and some munchies, and we'll get started. Cool deal. Awesome. All right. So out here on the porch, we're gonna be crafting our own signature band-inspired drinks. So since I'm going with a gothic type band this evening, I decided to do a mulled apple cider because they kind of give me those fall feels. Yeah, with it being Halloween and all, I figured it would be a great accoutrement to what we're going to be seeing. So this is a hot apple cider that I have crafted with using some fresh orange slices and lemon slices, a bit of clove, some ginger, allspice, nutmeg, and the paste de resistance, a little pinch of black pepper. And I throw it on the stove, and I bring it to pretty much just about a boil. And I'll let it simmer for probably about 15 minutes. And I pour it in the thermos to serve it hot, because that's just how apple cider should be served, in my opinion. Unless you're drinking it hard, then you have my permission to drink it cold. Grief. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of those like hot apple pies, the fried ones we used to get at the restaurants, the fast food restaurants when we were kids. Well, when some of us were kids anyway. And to kind of go along with it, I got some plain old little mini donuts. I got a few peanut butter cups too, because I like my junk food. All right. Anyway, we'll see what we can craft next. I'll put the recipe up on the website for anybody who's interested. Um, all right, let's get to watching some tunes. All right. So just before we get started here, I wanted to touch base on a few things. You know how this all kind of started. Well, for a while, a few years actually, I've been living out in the sticks, and so going to anything is typically several hours away. So I mean, literally the closest stuff I can get to see anything is about an hour and a half, and that's going out towards like Baltimore in that area. And so to save myself time, I bought a projector and started watching concerts outside in my old gazebo. And then we moved, and now I'm set up out here on my porch. And I had a conversation with a young man a little while back who felt like he was born in the wrong time because he was telling me that he felt all the musical greats were dying off or disappearing. And my first thought, being someone who has always kind of scavenged the underground music scene, was how incredibly wrong he is, and that sentiment was in general. The great musicians are still out there, and they're not always who the corporate media machine pushes down your throat. And nowadays, that's a lot more subdued because all your music streaming services kind of curtail everything to you individually based on your music tastes. So back in, when I was growing up back in the 90s, you had DJs and to some extent VJs on, on TV that told you essentially who the great music acts were. And it really didn't matter if you were into heavy metal or into country or into rap or whatever. Everybody knew who the top acts were. Um, so, I mean, today I couldn't tell you who the top country act was because I'm more of a heavy metal guy. Uh, I also listen to some rap music and a few other things, old Kenny Rogers and stuff like that. But um, it's not like it used to be where they would just have constant ads bombarded through music videos or on the radio, whatever radio station you were listening to. Um, but so that being said, I've always been an underground music kind of guy, and gothic music is one of my favorite subgenres of the heavy metal and rock and roll or hard rock genre in itself. And here's why: it has a quiet, almost symphonic or cinematic power to it from bands like the Damned, the original Goth Fathers, in my opinion. Typo Negative, Concrete Blonde. There's a whole slew of groups out there that have been both mainstream and underground at some point. Um, and I believe these guys may as well. But I'm really really enjoying their music, and I've actually added them to my own personal music rotation. So on their website, uh, what they kind of describe about themselves here, you have Sarah Black on vocals, keyboards, and sound design. You have Braxton Bailu, uh, who plays the 5-string double bass and also contributes to sound design as well. What they say here on their sort of introduction here is: venture into the depths of darkness with Valentine Wolfe, where seances, gothic literature, and macabre history intertwined to create a haunting symphony of sound. The ethereal and haunting vocals of Sarah Black and the brooding melancholy of Braxton Ballow's solo double bass combine with their love of gothic symphonic metal and classical music into their own music of mystery and imagination. And I will tell you, they've got some power. We're going to go ahead and get it started. And I'm going to start with one of their older videos. I believe it is live at Monstra something or other. Here, hang on. Pardon me. So what I'm going to do is start with a couple of their older stuff here from a few years ago, and then we'll pop on one of their newer videos and see how they're doing now. All right, so this first video here is live at Monsterama from 4 years ago. We're going to go ahead and kind of get recording here. All right, so this first song I believe is I Felt a Funeral. Yeah. Let's see what you guys think of them. He has a really good voice. Very operatic. You don't really see too many upright stringed instruments in heavy metal, and I really dig it. Especially for this style of music, I think it really complements what they're going for. Yeah, a lot of people have that misconception about heavy metal that it has to be this, head-banging, growling stuff, and it really doesn't. Basically, with heavy metal, it just means, you need power, the ability to move emotions, and with goth, it's more subtle, but it also has that quiet power to it. I guess that goes with any music, really. Style you're into, I suppose. Oh, now he's gonna get down. Get it, boy. Speaking of apple cider, I may feel the call of nature. Set that can wait. Valentine Wolfe, I dig it. Thank you for existing. Soul selects her own society. I think that's what it said. Like that kind of choir opening. Kind of slams in there. Faster tempo, I dig that. Good smooth transition. Yeah, I excel at being a mediocre guitar player if you guys ever want to collab. Just saying. Kind of sounds like wind chimes in the background. I had to kind of look around. Then I realized I don't have any wind chimes. Nice. I like it. I'd like to hear something a little faster, tempo-wise, but otherwise, I love it. It's great. Very mellow and stuff. I think after this one, we're gonna pop on and catch some of their newer videos here. So let's pause that one. Pause, and we're going to check out something else. So let me figure out what that is, and we'll come right back to it. All right, I had to top myself back up on apple cider and donuts. What it is something between the combination of those two things. It just makes the world right. Okay, so we got another tune here. So If She Had Been the Mistletoe, I believe is the name of it. This one is from 2 years ago. And this one seems pretty interesting. Haven't really listened to it yet, so we'll find out together. Abra Christmas Metal Intensifies. I mean, the holidays are coming, obviously, so I thought this was good to include as well. And I have a thing for Christmas music. Hey, make sure you guys let these guys know what you think of them in the comments. I'm sure any comments would be welcome, both good and constructive criticism. It's one thing as an artist, I can say we do appreciate whether the comments are good or, I'm not going to say bad, because bad comments is a difference between constructive criticism and just being a jerk. But, so far I'm enjoying them very well. There's a nice folksy kind of sound to it. I feel like I could read some Sherlock Holmes to this. Meadow Winter's Wishes. Very nice. Very cool. All right, so we're going to do one more tonight. This one is called A Dream Within a Dream. This one is also from 2 years ago. So let's see how it is. My camera going anyway. A nice ethereal quality to it. Kind of slow, rhythmic, kind of deep melody. Very peaceful kind of sound to it. probably a better word. Every time I see those chokers, I'm reminded of that old, urban legend about the girl that wore the choker, and if she took it off, her head would fall off, that kind of thing. Which fits in the Halloween vibe, I guess. All right, so I think that about wraps our presentation up for Valentine Wolfe. So what do you guys think? I mean, I thought they were pretty cool. I mean, I would love to hear something with a little bit more tempo, but I'm kind of a guy who's into speed metal a lot, so take that for what it is. But I really do enjoy them. I think they definitely have a place in my rotation. I'm going to give them 4.5 guitars. A lot of places use stars. We use guitars. So I'm going to give them 4.5 guitars on my own personal rating. I think they are doing some great things, and I'd love to hear more. So yeah, keep pumping stuff out, guys. And everybody else, please let them know what you think in the comments. And let me know what you think of the show so far. And hopefully my partner Brian will be able to join us, and we'll have our bartender on here, and we'll get the full Monty going, as soon as we can. So I hope you guys have enjoyed checking these guys out. Next time we're going to have a straight up heavy metal band, but they have a twist. They bill themselves as a Christian heavy metal band. They're called Kill Devil Theory, and we'll dig into them a little more next month. And as well, I believe the Furies will be coming up as well, which is a band out of California. They're kind of on that new wave zone there. They kind of remind me of the Cure a little bit, so they're pretty decent. So we'll see how that goes, and when we get there. So anyway, thank you very much for joining us, and I'll see you next time. All right, see ya.